Thank you for joining our webinar talking about the EB5 investor visa and moving to the US with a green card. This is a presentation made by Immigration to America. So let me start by telling you briefly that the requirements for this visa, and this visa being a direct route to a green card, is that you invest at least $500,000 US into a business or project which is known as a regional center. These are businesses that are authorized by US immigration as investment vehicles so that you qualify to apply for a US green card. It's important to note that in the early stages of your application you will have to prove that your investment funds have been lawfully obtained, and this is broad US legislation that mandates this. And it's also important to note that in return for a green card, you're expected to be investing in an enterprise that will create jobs, and that number is set at least 10 full-time jobs for US workers during your first 2 years. The EB5 visa, which has been around for over 20 years, offers a great many benefits. First and foremost, it provides you, the investor, and your spouse and unmarried children under the age of 21 with a direct and clear route to a green card. And in fact, it is a route to US citizenship if that's something that you're interested in. You have the flexibility to maintain all of your responsibilities with an existing business outside of the US. Equally, you can find employment within the States, and you're perfectly free to do that, or you can start a business there. You're not restricted to where you live in the US, and you don't have to provide any educational or business qualifications under this program. Good bit of news is if you do have children coming up to college age, is that once you have a conditional green card, you can send your children to college in the US at the same rates as a US national. And as you'll see on that final bullet, there are no English language requirements, and that's quite unusual for this type of program across the world. Normally you are expected to have local language skills. So what is the process? Well, this is a simplified view, and of course this presentation is designed to provide you with an overview. You invest $500,000 US in a regional center, and of course before you do that you would have undertaken due diligence. You would have worked with a company that will introduce you to multiple EB5 regional centers, but you will make a decision and you will invest your money. And at that point your attorney, who you will already have met and been working with, will submit your application, and that's the point at which they have to substantiate that your funds have been lawfully obtained. You'll be issued with a green card. That process can take 6 to 9 months typically, and that green card initially is valid for 2 years. And around 21 months after it's been issued, you apply for a permanent green card, and at that point US immigration will make sure that firstly you made your investments, secondly they'll be interested to ensure that jobs were created. But on that basis you're on track for a permanent green card, and in fact after 5 years you can apply to become a US national. So this is an interesting program, and in fact it's a route that is popular across the world, and some 10,000 of these applications are granted each and every year. You can find out more about our next UK seminar talking about US immigration. Just look at our website, or come along and meet us at a place in the sun. We will be there between the 28th and 30th of September. Thank you.